What's happening, everybody? Well, not the most fantastic start to the morning. On the way into the city, Stormy hit a big chunk of angle steel, which not only took a chunk out of the inside portion of the tire, but proceeded to rip the inner fender out and pretty much everything else right up here in front of the tire. Now, normally, that would just be a simple matter of throwing the jack underneath the truck, swapping the tire for the spare, and you're on your way. But the Rams have got a problem right now, guys, and this is what I'm here to show you. If you're not familiar with how these work, basically you take the assembly that Ram gives you to swap these tires out, take that cover off, and this slides up into there, and there's presumably a catch where the flared end will catch what is in essence the male part of that carrier, which allows you to crank the spare tire down right underneath here. Had to get inside the truck because it is hot and loud out there. But anyway, here's the problem. Apparently a lot of these Rams, some of these Rams, not sure what the deal is in terms of numbers, but this is a 2022 Ram built in July. Apparently there's an issue with that mechanism not mating up with the equipment that Dodge gives you to drop the spare. So I am stranded on the side of the road and waiting on a tow truck to come fetch me. Now, the story behind that is that, yes, although I do have Chrysler roadside assistance, considering this truck has a grand total of 4,028 miles on it, the issue is that, number one, everything is run through a text with the roadside assistance program, and that system relies on addresses and things like that. So I still have to pay to have the truck towed. Hopefully I can ride with the guy to the dealership to drop this thing off so that I can then get a ride from there back to the house. But it gets worse. Because I have to pay for it and because everything runs through a text, if you don't have a cell phone with text abilities or anything like that, you're kind of SOL with the roadside assistance because that's the only way that they communicate. So defect on Dodge's part, although an issue on me. I mean, obviously it just didn't see the chunk of metal until it got slung underneath my truck from another vehicle hitting it. So not really my fault, but not Chrysler's fault either. But because of a transpiring set of circumstances, I'm now stuck on the side of the road, incapable of swapping out my own spare tire because of a defective part on the part of Ram. So now I get to pay for all of this, going back and forth and whatnot, and then try to go through a reimbursement process. So, hey, Ram, thanks, guys. Appreciate that a ton. Love the truck, but the follow-through on quality assurance on something that is absolutely a safety issue. I mean, could you imagine this being, I don't know, maybe a single mom? She's trying to do all this stuff on her own and can't get it done, and somehow or another doesn't have cell service, or at least doesn't have texting. I mean, this could absolutely be horrible for somebody. I mean, I can definitely see where I've got it a lot better than some folks may have in this situation. So I'm putting this out there to warn you guys, let you guys know, if you've got one of these DT Rams, so 2019 and up, pull your jack out, pull your contraption out, check to make sure that you can lower your spare in the event that you need to. If not, you need to get that thing over to the dealership and have them swap out whatever part it is that they need to swap out so that you can get your spare tire out of the vehicle. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I guess I'm waiting on the tow truck guy to show up. But anyway, word to the wise, get your Rams checked out or else you might be stuck on the side of the road just like me. Y'all have a great one. Adios.